Your morning starts now. It's the Q102 Jeff and Jenn podcast brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.
Andy is looking for a second date update with a lady named Lauren. Hi, Andy. How are you?
Could be better.
I'm sorry to hear that. Does it have anything to do with this Lauren person you reached out to us about?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Tell us how you met Lauren, how the first date went, and we'll see what we can do here.
All right. Well, I met her on Hilly, and I really liked her. You know, I thought this was it. You know, I've been dating for the last 2 years, and, you know, I've had some luck here and there, but this was, like, by far, like, the perfect match, like, hands down. So I decided, you know what?
What made her the perfect match? Like, what defines
the perfect match? She checked off everything off my list, you know, of what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And we just had a great connection. So I was just like, you know what? Look, let's go out. So we went for drinks, and that went really well. We went out for dinner, you know, ordered some stuff. Afterwards, we went for a really nice walk. We had great conversation. You know, the connection was fire, you know. And I can tell, you know, she was into me. Obviously, you know, I was really into her. And when we were walking, you know, she was all over me. We got back to my place, and she just I couldn't even get in the door. She was basically like attacking me. You know, it was hot, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, it was passionate. You know what I'm saying? Like all up on the wall and everything. And, you know, she stayed at my place. Listen, I did my part to make sure that, you know, she had a good time, you know. And she didn't stay the whole night, but, you know, she stayed till pretty late. Afterwards, you know, she said, you know, goodbye. We hugged, we kissed. And I told her, listen, you know, I'll hit her up later on, like I'll text her, and she said, yeah, cool, no problem. And then that was it. I texted her twice the next day, didn't hear anything. I called her the day after, and then I texted her 2 more times throughout the course of like a week, and I just never heard from her. She never got back to me. So I'm hoping you can figure it out.
She said, yeah, cool, no problem. Not like, not in your wildest dreams, you jerk, or keep dreaming, buddy.
Nothing like that.
Huh.
Yeah, cool, no problem.
That's the weird thing. I don't know. It's like I'm speechless.
I guess when you know, right?
Yeah. So I hopefully you can figure it out.
All right. Why don't we do this? Why don't we take a break here? Because that was a pretty complete description. I don't have any follow-up questions unless you guys do.
No, I think you covered it.
So,
and you're sure she had a good time?
Yeah, she had a great time.
They had a connection, Jen.
I mean, she was ripping
it.
his clothes off when they walked into the house. I mean,
makes me wonder if that's all she was looking for just one night of that, and then she was done. But, you know, we just don't know.
love him and leave him.
All right, well, let's take a break and figure it out. We'll call Lauren and see what she thought of Andy and whether or not she felt the same connection he did as Second Date Update continues next with Jeff and Jenn here at Cincinnati's Q102. All right, Andy met Lauren on Hilly, and after some back and forth, he really got a sense before they even went on the first date that she might be the one just because of how well they connected, the great convos they had online. So they hooked up I'll get to the hookup part here in a minute, but they got together, had some drinks, did dinner, and she must have really been into him because she's like ripping his clothes off, and they're having this.
Threw him up against a wall.
That's the kind of night you want to have, though. You know, when you meet someone, it feels like it's right out of a movie. You're like hot, heavy, all over each other.
Because when you're in that space, that's when like just mammal instincts take over and awkwardness goes away.
Right. You don't care. You just don't care.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how it went down. And of course, you know, Andy is hooked at this point. It's like, I want to see you again. And she said, yeah, cool, no problem, or something to that effect. And that was that. That was the last time you ever saw or heard from her again, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. So unless there's something else you want to add, anything else you think we need to know?
No, that's it, man.
That's all you need.
That's it.
Okay. Hi, is this Lauren?
Yeah.
The legendary Lauren. Good morning.
Lauren.
Good morning.
We've heard all about you.
Wait, who is this?
It's Jeff, Jenn, Fritch, and Tim at Q102. How are you this morning? We get you on speakerphone.
Hi.
Oh, my God.
Good morning.
Jeff and Jenn.
Hi.
Are you serious? Is this real, you guys?
It's all four of us. How are you?
Wow. I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Great. Thank you for asking.
I like that she's answering and happy. She seems happy to hear from us.
Yeah, she's not hanging up on us.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out what I won.
Oh. Well, don't hang up.
Before we get to that, we want to talk about one of your, I'm sure you have many admirers out there, but one in particular is a guy you saw recently by the name of Andy. Well, there's that collective grunt. There's that groan.
This is second date update, isn't it?
It is second date update. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Was it just a one night stand? You rip the man's clothes off and then leave him?
You clearly got one side of the story. This is like really weird and creepy. I honestly I don't know what to do or what to think, but I guess everybody's got their thing, and it's just like a matter of finding that one person that you're cool with their thing. So basically, I'm not cool with his thing.
His thing, he's got a thing.
Not.
His thing is not for you, huh?
Yeah. As you heard, when we got back to his place, I'll be honest, I was really attracted to him, and I went for it. I was feeling myself. I felt confident. I basically ripped off all his clothes. Mm-hmm. And while I was doing that, I noticed that he was wearing some kind of underwear with a print design on them. And in the heat of the moment, I didn't think anything of it. I was into it. I was feeling, I was like, this is weird. Print design. Keep it moving. But later, when I noticed that there was a pile of clothes on the floor, and in that pile of clothing, there's a bunch of Disney princess underwear all over the place. I am not you. I don't know if they're women's underwear or if they're little girls' underwear, but he was literally wearing Little Mermaid underwear while we were hooking up.
So he was wearing the underwear then?
Yeah, it was his. When I was hooking up with him, I saw printed underwear. Then in the corner was all this other underwear that was a bunch of princess underwear. And that's when it put two and two together, right? And I was like, holy this dude literally has a bunch of princess underwear. So I decided
boxers,
to go and
shorts are panties.
No, panties. I don't know if they're women's or girls, but it doesn't matter. They're not for men. And also, why are you wearing princess underwear?
So printed and princess, especially over the phone, sound really similar. And I think you said printed at first, or that's what you thought it was.
She
and then when you
noticed
got
it
a
was
closer
printed.
look,
Yeah.
it was princess underwear.
Yeah.
Because a lot of guys wear printed underwear with prints. It's not that unusual.
Are we talking, Little Mermaid? Are we talking?
All of them. Because when he went to the shower, I was like, I got to figure this out. So I started going through his drawers.
Oh, Jesus.
And I found that he's got a bunch of princess underwear. Moana, Cinderella, Snow White, all of them. That's all he wears. But that's his thing.
Wow. That's a thing.
Okay. Andy?
You know what? You got a lot of balls going through my stuff. What the heck is that? You're going through my That's just extremely rude. And you know what? I'm just turned off by that. I don't want anything to do with her. I want nothing to do with you. Forget this whole thing.
Andy, can we ask you this without putting you on the defensive? You wouldn't be the first guy to wear women's underwear, but help us understand that the Disney princess underwear. I don't get that. Do you collect? Can you shed a little light?
Why do you have them?
I have them. First of all, they're for men's. It's not just women. Okay, let's get that straight. And I love Disney characters.
So these are yours. You bought them for yourself.
So you have other ones besides princesses. You got some Tiggers, some Winnie the Poohs. You got a Goofy.
I got a whole bunch.
You got Sword in the Stone.
Okay. So you're into Disney characters.
Yeah.
And it's not limited to Disney princesses.
Correct. Rafiki is on there.
Okay.
There was no Rafiki, no Aladdin, no anything else besides Disney princesses. So I'd love to hear as to why it was like that day. But
I have to look this up. I need to know what these look like.
But Andy, you contend that this is underwear made for men?
Yes, it's made for men.
Huh.
So,
I've never seen them in a store. But they probably make them somewhere.
Well, you can buy them online because I'm looking at them right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
it's just just not my thing. Like, I'm sure there's somebody else out there that would totally be into this. I never was into Disney princesses, and it's not a turn on for me. So
yeah,
I don't know how to put it. It's do whatever you want to do. Just to me, I'm not into it.
Yeah. Okay.
I found some Scrooge McDuck ones.
Yeah, they have one with Scar from The Lion King on here. It's very interesting things happening. I had no idea. I will tell you, there is a huge, tremendous amount of people that love Disney, and it's not just women. So maybe that's what this is coming from. I don't know.
As long as they're his. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know what's going through my mind.
Yes, of course.
I mean, as weird as that is,
right.
I was somehow comforted by that.
Right.
You know?
But there's nothing nefarious going on here.
Absolutely. They're mine.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen, we appreciate you hanging in there with us, Andy. A lot of guys would have just hung up.
Yeah, I just had to, say my piece, say my part, because, she's trying to ruin my reputation. I don't like that.
I am not trying to ruin your reputation. You wanted to know why I didn't follow up with you.
She came on here accusing me of stuff. I mean, what? She might as well just go through my laundry, go through everything.
Well, she wasn't accusing you of anything. She just didn't, she's just not into it. She just thought it was
wasn't
weird.
My thing.
Yeah.
Also, you being defensive doesn't look good, so I'm just letting you know. Like, it just seems like you've got something to hide.
Let me tell you something. If anybody was in my shoes and we're on the radio and then you're saying things about me, I'm just going to be quiet and not say anything, so I got to clarify things. You would do that, too, if you were in this situation. So
okay, Andy, I wish you well. I wish you the best of luck. You got it.
Whatever. Bye.
All right, Cinderella. Bye.
Well, there you go.
There you have it.
Yeah.
If you need our help with a second date update, all you have to do is send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.
All right. Coming up next, what happened to Fritch at the Bengals game on Sunday? And how did I get involved?
What did you have to do with it?
I like that Jen doesn't know. This will be a good
I have
reveal
no
for
clue.
all.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jen Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.